So we've got Uranus in Gemini and just quite a lot going on right now astrologically. Astrologers all over the land are talking about Barbolt's basket and what's happening with that, amongst other major pivotal alignments that we are having this year in general. And of course, I have had this YouTube channel for a long time, and I've been wanting to speak about, astrology and. We are in a Mercury retrograde, so that's why the fact that I was interrupted so much by my kids' fifth house, Mercury, that's why that was the thing. So we have Uranus in Gemini, of course, and that's quite a big transit. My rising sign is in Gemini. I have been getting so many downloads, and I've just been called again, but it stopped. I've been getting so many downloads on just, I call them downloads, but it's just basically me having lots and lots of ideas of things that I could do, and also how I could organize things. My natal palace is opposing my ascendant, so there's this kind of need to, I keep having these pattern recognition things where I keep right, so pattern recognition where I'm being hyper organized and focused right now because my brand has three kind of branches. It's like all of a sudden I have this need to like organize everything and arrange everything so that everything has like a cohesive thing going on. I think that's the palace being triggered by Uranus. So basically, like I've mentioned, I'm Elizabeth. Oh, I didn't mention, I'm Elizabeth Lopes, right? And my brand is basically all centered around all my interests and the things that I love, which basically the main kind of subject things that I learn about are crystals, astrology. I'm also a Reiki practitioner, and I also do, oh, tarot. I read tarot as well. So all of that kind of stuff. Those are the four things that I do, and I do them under Mystic. And then I have Muse, which is where I actually design things, t-shirts, homeware, clothing, jewelry, that kind of stuff, okay? And we also have, I'm also recently decided that I will start to curate and source crystals for interiors. And then I've got media, which is where literally I am just going to be talking about my journey throughout this process and things like that. So it's all been there kind of like for a long time, but it's only recently that I've just gained this impetus to really start making a move ahead with things. So I feel like this need as well to like be visible, to be seen, to kind of introduce myself to the world, to an audience, to like a family. Well, not not like obviously DNA family, although we're all human DNA, but kind of like my internet family, and kind of start to, hey, did you see that? And start to do that. So my whole point of this series, sorry, this is a bit all over the place because this is like kind of like a one take thing, and I'm literally gonna upload it just like this. My whole thing is that on YouTube you have a lot of astrologers, and astrologers who tell you what the new moons mean, what the full moon means, what certain transits mean, and things like that. And there are a lot of astrologers doing that. And one thing about me, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do the same thing everybody's doing. So my thing is, maybe I can just do a series where I actually discuss how those transits are affecting me directly. This is the Aries North Node, I believe, speaking. And so what I will do in this series is whenever there are major transits happening, which I feel like the Uranus conjunct my ascendant is a major transit, I will then, you know, talk about how that is materializing in my life. Okay, so that's what I would like to speak about. So in this episode, I won't go into too much detail, but I will just list the transits that I feel are really significant right now and I feel are giving me like a major push in the direction of my destiny, as big and heavy as that might sound, right? So we've got Jupiter, which is conjunct my natal Lilith, both Lilith point as well as the asteroid, because those two are conjunct in my birth chart on the same degree. Okay, so Jupiter is directly conjunct those two. I feel like that is definitely doing something in the way of me feeling more comfortable with being seen, feeling a need to be seen sounds so awful, but feeling, yes, a need to be seen, a need to put myself out there and share myself, you know, and kind of like just Leo. Okay, here I am. That's definitely happening. And then we have the Uranus conjunct the ascendant. Ideas. It is making me feel a little bit like this, like what I'm doing right now, where it's like active, move, innovate. What can you do that's different? What can you do that's out of the box? So that's definitely happening. And then we have Pluto, which is opposing that Lilith, of course. So if you're an astrologer, you know where Pluto is. Pluto is opposing Jupiter, so obviously it's going to be opposing that those Lilith bodies in my chart. And that's just making me have like really, like, I feel like it's making me have really quick ideas, but also I feel like turning over, I feel a need to turn over, like dig deep and turn over what is on the surface here. Like, okay, we have the surface things that are happening, but actually I want to delve perhaps a layer deeper and bring out through that kind of Leo, through the Leo Lilith, bring out, give it, all right. The whole thing about me wanting to do a series where I'm talking about how my chart affects me is me wanting to take things a little bit deeper than surface level. So surface level, and this is not to minimize what astrologers do here on YouTube, because I have learned an incredible amount from astrologers here on YouTube, an incredible amount. I'm just saying I want to do my things my own way. Okay, so I feel like that Pluto opposing my Lilith is making me want to go a bit deeper and do things in my own way in terms of talking about myself and how the aspects are transpiring for me. Okay, another one that I thought was significant was Saturn squaring my moon. And with Saturn squaring the moon, my dad, he's in very old age. He, let's say he's closer to 100 than he is to 90. And so he's just come home from hospital, and that is taking its toll on my mum. So I feel like that's a direct manifestation of Saturn squaring the moon at the moment, with Saturn obviously representing a father figure and my moon obviously representing my mum. So those are just examples of the way in which these transits are playing out in terms of me personally. And so what I want to be doing in terms of these videos is kind of diving deep and recognizing these patterns and speaking about them in the hope that that will then help you as well to identify things in your chart that's happening, and we can have a little chat about it. And just, yeah, we'll just see how it goes. It's just an idea. I don't know if it's gonna work or what's gonna come of it, but that's just it. Okay, and I'm gonna upload this right now, and I'm not gonna overthink it. And okay, thanks, bye. My sun is in Virgo. Oh, by the way, my sun is in Virgo, my rising is Gemini. Thank God for that Gemini rising. And my moon is in Cancer.